In just over 10 years, Excel Precision have grown into a group of 3 companies. We're going to start the journey here in Gloucester. So I'm quite interested to know a little bit about the relationship you have with Sodi-Tech and Sodick based on some of the other equipment that you have been using in the marketplace.
Yeah. Well, originally in 1989 I bought 2 Sodick machines, and after a period of time I needed a taller machine, which at the time wasn't available from Sodick, and we ended up buying a George Fisher machine. But over the years, the type of work we're doing, surface finishes, surface integrity and stuff like that, and having test cuts done, Sodick have proven that their machine's the best machine for what we do. So recently, within the last 2 years, we moved back to buy machines from Sodi-Tech, and they do what they say on the box. You know, we're delighted with the performance and the reliability.
Well, I know it's a bit of a pun, but they are the cutting edge of EDM machining. Now, I see that you've got sync machines here and wire. Does that give you the ability to go after some of the markets that do use EDM manufacturing, let's say, through oil and gas and aerospace?
Yeah, oil and gas and aerospace and F1. Sparking titanium deep pockets with the RibTech technology enables us to spark. We've done from 1mm square, 80 millimeters deep, in a blind pocket. Just no other machine that could do that, in my opinion, with the linear motors.
Yeah, and I think that's quite key, isn't it? Linear motors are, the key to one of the successes of the Sodick machines. But also, it's not necessarily just about the machines; it's about the backup, the relationship you have with Sodi-Tech, isn't it?
Yeah, all the spare parts are stored in the UK. They've got every machine they make in the showroom, which is quite unusual nowadays. And for us, it's great. You've got the technical team backing you up. They can do test cuts for you and help you with the technology you require. And transferring from the older controller to this has been really easy because of the backup they've got.
And when you look at the company, you're investing in not only machines and capital equipment, but also in people, with apprentices coming on as well. Do you see that the future here at Gloucester and through the other sites?
Yeah, it's key, really, keeping the age of the workforce at a reasonable age. We're now on our 3rd apprentice, and we're keen to bring new blood in and train them in EDM, because you can't find EDM engineers, you've got to train them.
And when you look at the actual machines themselves, I mean, I understand that it's not necessarily just about the machines, but the actual controls, the electronics behind it. That's quite a key success to the Sodick machines, isn't it?
Yeah, they're very robust machines, and they're very easy to program and operate. Simple G codes, but the surface finish you can get from them is amazing. And it's almost question and answer on the computer, on the machine, on the control system. You tell it what material you want to spark, what you're going to spark it with, and you just tick boxes, yes, no, and there's your program. So it has slightly de-skilled it, but if you know what you're doing, you can be into it really quick.
Well, they do say EDM is a bit of a black art, but obviously you guys, as I know, have done very well over the last sort of 6 months, going through COVID, continue investing, but your order book's been really strong, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've seen phenomenal growth, and I think it's all about on-time delivery and giving the right quality. The order book grew so much that we really had to buy new machines to fulfill the order book, and we've reduced the cycle times, astonishing amount, 50%, which means we can get twice as much out the door.
One of the biggest growth areas for Excel Precision has been the aerospace sector.
Yeah, that's correct, and 50% of what we do here at Gloucester is aerospace, but in our Birmingham facility it's about 99% aerospace.
So here in your Birmingham facility, you're predominantly working in the aerospace sector, Steve. Tell me a little bit about the motivation that led to a further Sodick machine from Sodi-Tech.
Yeah. Well, one of the demands from the aerospace industry is good surface finish and good surface texture, minimal recast area and that type of thing on EDM and wire erosion. And the machines we'd bought in Gloucester 18 months ago, the first ones, from Sodick. We were getting fantastic results when we sent the parts to the lab. So I knew these machines were capable of the aerospace work that we do in Birmingham. And also the machines are probably 2 or 3 times faster than our really old 20-year-old machines. So, you know, it's like us having that machine, it's like us having 3 machines.
And I presume that being the aerospace sector, surface finishing is key to it, the job as well, isn't it?
Yeah, most jobs, especially for Rolls-Royce, are all lab tested, and the sub-micron surface area, well, recast area, and zero cracking in the material. It's a high spec, high demand industry.
And has this given you the ability to go out and actually try and win more work from the aerospace sector?
Yes, and they're happier to get faster deliveries, and and better tolerances as well.
And I suppose, obviously, if you're winning more work, you could see actually replacing some of the older, different manufactured EDM machines with more Sodicks.
Yes, this is true. I mean, it costs a lot of money, but you get your money back. I envisage 3 or 4 more machines in the next few years.
You mentioned one of your other stronger areas is oil and gas. How does that sort of feature within the group, Steve?
Oil and gas generally is larger components. In our Leeds facility, the machines are generally bigger than the ones we have in Gloucester and Birmingham. And we've got a 1200 travel machine at Leeds, whereas on the other branches with the aerospace work, it's more precise, small components.
Steve, you mentioned that the oil and gas market is very, very important to XL Precision, and here at your Leeds facility, I understand this was one of the first facilities, but also I can see that you're investing in Sodick yet again. There's a very large wire machine that I understand can actually hold parts up to 2 meters. Why oil and gas in Leeds?
I think it's predominantly the companies in the area, and we get a lot of work from Aberdeen. And originally Leeds had some large oil and gas companies, so traditionally there's a lot of oil and gas subcontractors in the area, and they use subcontract wire EDMs and EDM.
And when you look at the other facilities, Gloucester, Birmingham and obviously Leeds, there's a great portfolio of different solutions, but what do you think is XL Precision's USP?
Well, I think one of the main USPs is the fact that we've got AS 9100 Revision D, NADCAP. We're on the supply list for the major aerospace and oil and gas companies, and it means that any subcontractors looking for that type of work, they can go down the AVL list, and we're there.
And when you look at the future further investment, you mentioned to me that some of the other brands of machines in all your facilities will be potentially replaced with new Sodick machines. But why mainly Sodick?
Mainly on the test cuts we've had done, they've proved to be more accurate, faster. At the end of the day, it gives us a better, delivering on time and getting the quality right is what keeps us in business and what is making us grow.
And I suppose also with the variety of different solutions from Sodi-Tech and the Sodick machines, you obviously can actually EDM very small parts up to 2 meters across the facilities that you've got here now.
Yeah, we can tackle 99.9% of EDM jobs that are available on the market. We very rarely turn any work away.
And the investment for the future obviously is quite an interesting time for us all, but you guys are obviously future-proofing yourself by investing in more machines with Sodi-Tech.
Yeah, we've invested over £300,000 this year during the coronavirus outbreak. And prior to that, we were about £1 million over the last 4 years. And we see going forwards, £250,000 a year is probably where we'll be, which should give us 2 new machines every year in each branch.
So surely that gives you extra capacity to actually win work in some of the specific sectors that you work with, or general subcontracting areas.
Yeah, I mean, people in our game, if it's on the shop floor for a week, it's too long. So you've got to have the capacity to get the work in and get it out.
I'm finding with a lot of companies in the UK at present, Steve, it's all about collaboration. So in other words, it's not just about an equipment supplier, but it's obviously the backup and the service you actually get from them. Is this the key to your success?
It is. At XL Precision, the supply chain, either forward or behind us, is the most important thing. And having good suppliers of machine tools like Sodi-Tech and also our raw material suppliers is key to us being successful. so that we don't break the chain. We're an important part of the chain, usually, you know, one of the last operations in the job, so it's critical that we have good support, which we do get from Sodick, and, you know, the machines do what they say on the box.